Welcome, Aquarius, to your horoscope and astrology forecast for February for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. This month begins with the Sun in your sign along with Mercury. This has given you an awesome opportunity to cut a swathe on your terms, to be single-minded. Mercury relocates on the 3rd into the sign of Pisces, joining up with Venus, which has been brilliant for your finances since mid-January, and also with Neptune, the planet of dreams. Neptune has made you exceptionally compassionate over the last 9 or 10 years, but certainly this combination of these three can make you think really keenly about how you can improve your lot in life financially, but also to really respect what makes you you, to value yourself, which is a very important thing to do, self-validation. But on the 8th, Venus moves into Aries, which for you sees an increase in the pace of events, particularly in terms of your personal communications. If there has been a sore point with a neighbour or a sibling, the combination between Venus and Chiron, the wounded healer, is an opportunity for 3 or 4 days to try to improve things. But on the 9th, there is a full moon in your opposite sign of Leo. And if there is someone close to you who feels that you've been so tied up with your own enterprises and plans that they feel that you've taken your eye off them, they could tell you over the following 2 weeks. But this full moon also squares up with your modern ruler of Uranus. So there could be an opportunity for a clearing of the air around a relationship, and it could be with someone in your family. Now, on the 16th, Mars, the planet of drive and passion, moves from the very friendly and sociable Sagittarius, where it's been since the 2nd of January, and it moves into the much more psychological and sheltered 12th house. For the following 6 weeks, there may be times when your emotions do feel a little bit up and down, particularly if there is past emotional debris that you're yet to resolve. Sometimes Mars going through the 12th house can bring up things that we thought we'd settled. So just prepare yourself for that. But the good news is that Saturn, your co-ruler, which has been in this location for the last couple of years, does inch forwards from the middle of this month, starts to move on from its alliance with Pluto, which came to a boil on the 12th of January. And I think by the time Saturn moves just into the 1st degree of Aquarius on the 23rd of March, I do feel that there's going to be a much greater sense of lightening. And even if Mars does stir up things, I think you're going to be much more inclined to ventilate them, get them off your chest, and that can be a very healthy and positive thing to do. In fact, Mars is forging a great link with Uranus for the following 6 days. And that suggests that a past skill, person, experience can come back to you in a very constructive way, but perhaps in a very surprising way over that following week. The 17th, however, does see Mercury go into a retrograde. If there is somebody who owes you some money, you will need to be persistent in terms of reminding them and chasing them up in the last half of this month. Mercury retrograde has rightly got quite an awkward reputation, but it can also be a time to solve things. So if you have been a little bit lackadaisical in your approach to everyday financial management, now's the time to look at all your utility bills, the cost of your mobile phone, any expense that you can scrutinise and squeeze out some cost but get a better deal, then this would be a fine time to do it. So see it as a positive. Now the Sun is going to be moving on the 19th into Pisces, and that's going to give you a lot of drive to improve your lot, to feel better about yourself. It also forges an awesome angle to Mars. So past skills, talents and experiences can be repackaged in some kind of way which make you feel more purposeful, but also increase your sense of self-worth, which is critical to this month's events. Now, it is true to say that on the 23rd we have a glorious new moon in Pisces, and that also embraces Black Moon Lilith. Is there something that you've really wanted, a material item, for some while that you've been denying yourself, Aquarius? Or is it the desire to be a bit more close and sensual in your love life? If you're single, you might be thinking, I wish, Patrick. Well, actually, Venus forges a gorgeous angle towards the end of this month with both Pluto and Jupiter. They're squares, but it could bring someone into your world quite unexpectedly. But also, equally, if you're in a relationship, watch out for someone's motives, because there could be some spiteful gossip doing the rounds that's in some way disguised under a superficial pleasantness, which is not actually sincerely meant. Now, as the month comes to a close, the Sun inches closer to Mercury, and this gives you a tremendous amount of ability to think on your feet around your resources. You're generally not a material sign, but that link between Black Moon Lilith and the new moon suggests you may treat yourself to that big ticket item, or you may find a way to feel that it's more okay to ask for what you're worth, particularly in a relationship context, or perhaps if you work for yourself, particularly if you're a creative person. That's not always easy for Aquarius people. Can almost see money as being a bit stinky, not really a goodly thing. But money is just an exchange of energy, so see it in a positive way. So this month gives you a lot of opportunities to be individualistic for the Sun's journey through your sign, and then capitalise on the inventiveness and the effort and application you're set to put in. If you'd like to know what the next 12 months would hold in terms of you, the individual, based on your time, date and place of birth, and also your character analysis, you can buy both for 30% off by clicking on the link beneath this video. But for now, good luck, Aquarius, and goodbye.